because Michael always says it has to be a nice candle.
What?
A nice huge candle.
What are you
Right
saying here?
That key level over there. It actually reached there because Mikey was asking what the TP was, and I was like, we're at a key level on crush 300, so like we have to wait.
This one
to see how it's going to react. Yes, that one.
Okay.
So
we broke
it
out
had
now.
to break with that. Yes, with that nice candle, and then we can look for sales there. So yeah, but yeah. I've been listening these days.
Yeah, you are now listening. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the only way I can make money.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. That's true. So, yeah, I have been away from the charts, I think, for the past 2 or 3 days. I think I came out after this drop. I just came out, then I left everything. Didn't enter again. So now I was just checking out now what is transpiring. So yeah. But the analysis, I don't think there's anything that has just changed. We still have the same perception and the same eye. For example, this after this we spoke. I think we spoke about this. The last time that we did a video on Crash 300 was whereby we spoke that this 4-hour candle, most probably it can close below this key level. Indeed, closed below, then went down all the way to the first TP. I was using this trend line, whereby it came to that trend line. That was my first target according to the trend line. But also according to this support and resistance, I was also having this level here as a form of TP, this key level here. So after it reached that key level, I really wasn't much interested about this, what happened after it broke there, because I definitely was waiting for something like a retest to that key level. Then we continued down, of which it didn't retest. So now the retest happened now to this trend line, which was a good one because this was an opportunity to enter. This was a very good opportunity to sell, a very, very beautiful opportunity to sell. This one here, this retest to that trend line. It was a very, very beautiful selling opportunity, that one. So now the next selling opportunity right now, we're now looking at the current key level that we marked on the chart. So the current key level. So yeah, you can use a lot of things. You can either use your Fibonacci. One could have even used their Fibonacci to identify this entry. If you put your Fibonacci, let me just remove everything else. If you put your Fibonacci, you realize that that entry there, it was actually, let's see, 50% Fibonacci. So either you put there, either you put the point A there at the top there. Even if you put it like that, you could have gotten in on 50%. Someone could have done like this. They could have even gotten on 61.8. So basically, all of us were correct, but we are correct. The both of us, we are still correct, whether you put it there or you put it there, because those are still valid point A's there. So now, let me just leave it like this. So now, we have two cases here. Either price is going to continue going down without giving us the retest that we want, but basically, I expect something like this to happen, whereby it comes to 0%, goes back to the key level, then proceeds all the way, -27, -61.8, then finally -100. That is our major TP. But basically, so let me just see how far this crash 300 can push. from the 0%, let's see. So yeah, I'm expecting something like this. Something like this, most probably. Let's see other key levels here at the bottom. We can identify other key levels at the bottom because those first two key levels, those ones, they are now, for this particular moment, if ever it continues going down, they are not relevant. This one at the top here and this one, because this one has already been broken. So now we need other key levels here at the bottom that will help us now to guide us to know when we are going to, how far we can hold this. So the next key level from that one, we look down. So the next one now from that one is most probably this area here. Let's see. Because we need an area whereby we have most probably the most number of touches. So somewhere here, touch there, touch there, touch there, touch there. That area can be a key level. Here as well can be a key level, this one. Then here as well, we can also have a key level like that. Then the final one, I can just put it as this low here, which was the lowest that Crash 300 has gone so far. So basically, these are the major key levels that I'm looking at for Crash 300. I drew them based on a daily time frame. This gap based on a daily time frame is a lot because it's more than a day of holding. So basically, I just go back to the 4-hour time frame and look at what price is saying there. So as you can see already, market structure has shifted. We are downtrending, whereby the market is now forming lower highs and lower lows. Lower highs, that's a high there, lower high there, lower high there, low there, lower low there, lower low here. So now, if price comes back to this low, retest this key level, we expect a good entry there. If it comes back to this key level, we can enter there. If it doesn't come there, if it breaks the 0%, which is this low here, we can still sell from there. Selling there, our first target will be the key level here. This key level here, that would be our target for the sell that will take after the break of the. So the break of the 0% will also give us entries. If it doesn't break there, we also can enter on the retest of the key level there. So those are two entry points that I'm currently looking at. This area here and this break here. Those are the two current entry points that I'm looking at. Then the TPs, I'll simply look for my, I'm simply looking at my key levels. I'm simply looking at my key levels for my TPs. So someone can even come and draw another trend line. First touch, second touch there. You can even draw this trend line because this trend line can also guide you for some of the entries. It can also guide you for some of the entries. First touch, second touch. So here now I'm saying price can even come to 0, then come back here. So coming back there, it will be testing the key level, not only the key level, but also this trend line. That will be a third touch on the trend line. That is also another good entry point. We enter there, we hold all the way to this key level here. So that would be so many confluences. We will be having the trend line, we'll be having the key level. Yeah, so that would be a good thing for us. So I hope it's clear, this one.
It's clear, this one.
Right. So the same thing that we have been doing is the same thing. We are repeating the same thing over and over and over and over again. The same thing that we have been speaking about It's the same thing that we are still continuing to say, and it's the same thing that I'll continue to say. So the problem now is on your side now, whereby in as much as we are going to repeat the same things on our side, but you are going to learn each and every time, because you know that everyone knows their problem. If you don't know your problem, which is they're dealing with you, they've finished with you. So for those that know their problems, you actually know the way you need to correct. The market will always be the same. It will always repeat itself over and over and over again, coming back in different forms each and every time. So if ever you as a human being, you're not, as a trader, you're not evolving, because the market on its own, if ever you ask me, I can say the market is perfect. In as much as it has manipulation and everything, it's perfect on its own. The imperfect people are the traders of the market. They are the ones who actually need to perfect their skill. You are the ones who need to perfect your art in order to catch up with the market. Once you manage to catch up your skill, to catch up with the level of the market, that is where you realize constant profitability on the market. So right now, I don't even need to go to 15-minute time frame to know what is happening. I'm simply waiting for the market or price to come to my key levels. If it comes there, I'll simply sell. If it comes and breaks here, I'll simply sell. So I'm simply looking at my key levels on this 4-hour time frame. Once I get what I'm looking for, then I can enter based on that 15 or 30 or 1 hour time frame. I can enter there. So here is simply waiting time again. So waiting time now, for someone who never made money when it was not time to wait. For example, this time, this moment here, this move from here to this key level, it wasn't waiting time. It was action time. This move from there to that, from that key level to this key level, that was not action. If ever someone is really a professional, okay, let me use this term, a professional trader, and they were not in the market from that key level, from this move to this move, if they were not in the market even anywhere in between there, somewhere, something is wrong with them, or they don't know really what they are doing, or they haven't mastered how their particular instrument moves. So you realize that many people here were outside of the market. The time that you expected to be in, you're outside. The time that you don't expect you to be in, you're inside. For example, right now, if ever already you didn't catch this sell, if you didn't catch this sell from here, right now you can't just jump into this trade randomly. You actually need to wait for the market to come to key areas like this area or to break this area. Then you can jump in, not in anywhere in between to just jump in just because it's moving. Especially when you know that your equity is not as strong that it can withstand a very huge drawdowns. For example, here, someone with a bigger, let's say, when I mean bigger account, I'm referring to 4 figures at least. From there, someone can even sell, put their stop loss above the previous 4-hour candle. That one, in as much as to me, it's a careless entry, because you are entering in a market that has it still has a lot of chances for it to come back. So why not enter at a better, higher price? Why not sell at a higher price there than selling there just because you have equity? So that is only for people whose accounts are like that. If your account is small, wait for the pullbacks or the key areas, then you strike based on your 15 or 30 minute or 1 hour, depending on how you could have gotten the entry. So Crash 300, that is basically what we are seeing. We are still continuing. We are now continuing from, it's simply, we are continuing the same thing over and over again. The same thing that we spoke about last time, we're still continuing. It's still a continuation of the same analysis that we spoke about. Are we together?
Yes, yes, yes. Quite clear.
Yes. So in as much as it's quite clear, we also need to make sure that we don't miss opportunities, ladies and gentlemen. If we're missing opportunities, then what are we really doing? Yes, you might not, let's say you didn't catch the whole move. Let's say you didn't catch the whole move from there to the key level. Yes, we might understand you, but at least get something out of that move. You understand? Because if we are continuously, do you know the definition of a poor person? The definition of a poor person is simply a person who is always passing over opportunities repeatedly. That's the meaning of poor, P-O-O-R, passing over opportunities repeatedly. So when you find yourself passing and opportunities passing you each and every time, here, somewhere, somehow, you are in that category of the poor. You understand?
Yes, yes.
So, yes, so missing opportunities, guys, honestly, it's not something that is good. It's not nice. Me, if ever there's anything that can break my heart, if ever there's anything that can break my heart, maybe a little bit, if there's anything that can break my heart, ladies, they don't break my heart, no. If ever there's anything that can break my heart, missing an opportunity, it might break me for that moment. At that moment, I might be broken, but not for long, but for that particular moment, it pains me a lot. Because my question now is, if I'm always missing opportunities, then what am I not missing? What am I really getting at the end of the day? You understand? Because life is all about harnessing opportunities. If ever you meet a successful person is simply someone who has managed to harness and make the most out of opportunities. That is the definition of a successful person. And an unsuccessful person is simply the opposite of that. A person who is reckless with opportunities, they don't know how to maximize opportunities when they come. Same as here, the amount of opportunities that the market will always present, there are so many. So many, but in as much as there are so many, they're not always going to be there 24/7. For example, right now, for someone who missed an entry there, a sell there at the top, right now you're supposed to be waiting. But someone who doesn't know that they're supposed to be waiting, right now they're busy trying to enter. You understand?